Hello friends, welcome to ixamBee. I am Arunima, ex-manager SIPP, and in this video we are going to see how we should prepare for English language for your ECGC PO exam. Okay, so let us quickly see what all we are going to see in this session. So first we'll see very quickly the examination pattern. Then we'll test ourselves. Where do we stand right now? Because that is very much required. Unless we know where do we stand, we cannot make our strategy for our further preparation. Okay, so we'll test with some questions, we'll test ourselves, then we'll see previous year exam analysis. So examination pattern first, then test yourself, then previous year examination analysis and also cutoff. Then we'll see the syllabus, and on the basis of all these, we will see how we should plan so that we will be able to actually improve our score, right? So if we talk about the examination pattern, you can see here English language is 40 questions and maximum marks 40. That means each question carries 1 mark and 30 minutes. So total 200 questions would be there. Out of 200, 40 is going to be from English language, and for 40 questions you will get 30 minutes. So keep in your mind that first you have to make sure that you clear the cutoff, and then after that your second target should be that you should be able to score good marks in English so that it can contribute to your aggregate cutoff. Okay. Also, you can see that one descriptive paper would be there. In your descriptive paper, 2 questions you have to do, essay writing and précis writing, 20 marks each. So in this video, we are going to focus on this part, MCQs part, English language, 40 questions. In the next video, we'll see the descriptive paper. So quickly, let us test ourselves. So on your screen, you can see 4 sentences. Now what you need to do, you have to pause the video and you just have to see, you have to go through these sentences, and now you have to see whether these sentences are correct or not. Okay, so first the number of participants has decreased. If it is correct, it's okay. If it is not correct, you have to write what is the mistake. So first, second, third, and fourth. Pause the video and quickly go through the sentences and mark your answers. Next 4 questions. So fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Again, pause your video and go through the sentences and mark your answers. So I hope you have done the exercise. Now let us see the analysis cutoff syllabus, and after that again we'll come back to these questions and we'll see what is your score and then make our strategy. Okay, so last year, if we talk about last year, you can see that 3 passages were there. So your reading skill is going to be really important because descriptive paper is also there, and here you can see that instead of 1 passage there were 3 passages. 3 passages for your RC, reading comprehension. 1 passage was based on monkey and the ape. Second was based on the mental health, and third on science and technology. 15 questions, so 5 questions each. Then error detection, 5 questions, and in error detection it was like there were 5 parts. Sentence was divided into 5 parts, and 1 part was correct, and other 4 parts, in other 4 parts it might be that only 1 part is incorrect or 2 parts may be incorrect. So in the options it was like only A is incorrect or contains error, or A and C both contains error, something like that. Okay, so but it was easy, paper was easy to moderate. Then sentence rearrangement, parasumble, 5 questions. Word swapping, 5 questions, where one sentence was there and then in one sentence 4 words were like bold. In a running sentence there were four words bold, and they those like A, this word is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. And you had to swap to make it a meaningful sentence. So five. Then connector and match the column, four sentences. Fill in the blanks, four, and odd sentences, two. Odd sentences means there were five sentences and one did not belong to the paragraph. So suppose a paragraph was on mental health and suddenly there was one sentence which was not related to mental health. So that you had to identify. So this is about the exam analysis. These types of questions were asked in the examination. It's not necessary that this year also you will get the same pattern, but if you prepare well, if your grammar is good and you have command over grammar and vocabulary and you have practiced well, you regularly read some articles in newspaper, actually you are going to handle the paper no matter if they make slight changes in the pattern. Okay. If we talk about the cutoff, so English language last year for unreserved category, it was 13.75 out of 40, and total was 147.25 out of 240. Okay, so as I told you that first target should be to clear the cutoff. Your first target should be that you should be able to score more than 15 marks out of 40. And after that, actually in English, students are able to score even 35 plus 38, 39 also. So you should aim for that so that actually this English marks can contribute to your total aggregate mark. Okay, next is syllabus. So before syllabus, let us see those questions. So here, if we see the first sentence, the number of participants has decreased. So if we see the actual subject, here the actual subject is not the participants, but the number. The number of participants. What has decreased? Not the participants. Here it is not talking about the participants, but what has decreased? The number. And the number is singular. So this has is correct. This sentence is correct. Now see whether you marked it correctly or not. Then second sentence. Each cloud have an unique and homogeneous mix of chemical elements and isotopes, which its stellar progeny inherits. Okay, here in this sentence is not correct, and also there are two mistakes. Just see whether you could identify these two mistakes. These two mistakes are this have, because each is singular. Note it down, each is singular. So each cloud, it should be has. Each cloud has a unique, because when we pronounce unique, U is like ya, Y says ya, isn't it? And Y is not a vowel. So whenever we see that whether it is a vowel or not to put an, actually you need to see, not you should not focus on the spelling, but you should focus on the pronunciation. You should focus on the sound. So when we say unique, we say ya, and ya is like Y. Y says ya, and Y is not a vowel, so it should be a unique. So if it is like one-eyed man, one-eyed man. Okay, so here also O is a vowel, but when we say one, it says V, and V is W, and W is not a vowel, so it should be a one-eyed man, not an one-eyed man. Okay, so second is wrong, and there were two mistakes. So these things you need to remember so that whenever you are solving, it's not necessary that it is like going to help you only in error detection. These rules are going to help you in even in sentence improvement, even in close test, even in fillers. So that way, even in match the column, these rules are going to be very, very important. Then Each student is required to give their opinion on this matter. So again, each is singular. We also saw in the second sentence, each student. So each student correct because it is singular, and then is also correct, required to give their opinion. So it is not agreeing. This there is not agreeing with the subject. Okay, each student is required to give his opinion, right? Why? Because each student is singular, so here it should not be there. So this sentence is also not correct. Neither Ishan, who had a stellar academic record until high school, nor Ratnesh, who was average in academics throughout his life, believed that they could clear the exam. Again, whenever there is either, neither Ishan, neither nor, whenever there is neither nor, we should always focus on the second subject. Verb should agree with the second subject. But here you should remember that not only verb, but uniformity should be maintained throughout the sentence, and even the pronouns should agree with the actual subject. So here, after nor, Ratnesh is there. That means Ratnesh is singular. Okay. So was is correct. Who was average in academics throughout his life, believed that they could clear. But this they is not correct. Why? Because here actual subject is Ratnesh, which is coming after nor. So he could clear. Right? So this sentence, so out of these four, only one was correct. First sentence was correct. Second, third, and fourth were wrong. Next sentences. In 1916, a number of cases just in New York City was reported to be 9,000. Now, here, what is the mistake? You can see in the first sentence, it was the number of participants. So their actual subject was the number, which was singular. But here, if you see carefully, it is not the number, but a number. So, and a number of means some, which is plural. So a number of cases just in New York City, was is wrong here. It should be were. Ritika is more pretty than her friend. Here, this more pretty is wrong because comparative degree of pretty is prettier, right? So this more pretty is wrong. It should be Ritika is prettier than her friend Avanti. So this is also wrong. Next, Avni knew very little about the professor whom she chose to be her guide for the final project. Whenever you get who or whom, you should try to see always that whether this who or whom is correct. It should be who or whom. So, and always you decide on the basis of try to replace it with he or him. If you are able to replace it with he, it is going to be who, and if you are able to replace it with him, it would be a whom. So here she chose him or she chose he. She chose him. So whom is correct. So this sentence is correct. Also, no other mistake is there. So this sentence is correct. Next, Ritika is more pretty than intelligent. So here just now we saw that comparative of pretty is not more pretty but prettier. But here it would be more pretty is correct. Why? Because you need to see that whenever you are comparing the qualities of a same person, which you can see that here we are comparing the quality of Ritika, always it should be more, not IER, right? So what is the difference between question sentence number 6 and sentence number 8? In sentence number 6, we are comparing the qualities of Ritika and Avanti, qualities of two persons. So here it should be prettier. But in sentence number 8, we are comparing the qualities of the same person, pretty and intelligent, whether she is pretty or she is intelligent. We are talking about Ritika only. And in these types of comparisons, it should always be more. So now you need to see that what is your score. And if your score is less than 4, so we can make two categories. Category number 1, when your score is less than 4, and category number 2 is more than 4. And here, less than 4, here not only I wanted you to mark your answer correctly, but also you should know the logic, why this sentence is correct and why this sentence is not correct. So if it is less than 4, you are in category number 1, and if it is more than 4, you are in category number 2. So if you are in category number 1, that means your score is less than 4 out of these 8 sentences. I would suggest that you have to focus on the basics of grammar. So I would suggest that tenses, parts of speech, subject verb agreement, because you have time, actually, you can afford to do all these, direct, indirect speech, and voice. These 5 chapters you must do, right, if you are in category number 1. And then parallelly also you can practice, like when you are doing tense you can practice chapter tests. So when you are doing parts of speech you can practice chapter tests of parts of speech, and once you do it you can practice questions. And if you are in category number 2, I can, like, I suggest you to start practicing a lot of questions. Okay, and after the test, so suppose you have written a test for English and 20 questions were there, and you made 12, you scored 12. So those 8 questions which you couldn't attempt or which were incorrect, you have to see why you couldn't attempt and why your answer was incorrect. And from those 8 questions, you learn something new which will help you in your next score. So that strategy you can adopt if you are in category number 2. Okay, let us quickly see the syllabus. So syllabus I have divided into two parts, grammar and vocabulary and reading skills. So here they are not going to ask you grammar directly. They are not going to ask you vocabulary directly, but with the help of grammar. So grammar, these topics are important, and with the help of these vocabulary skills, these two are like uh, the roots. These questions you would be able to actually handle if you have command over grammar and your vocabulary and reading skill is good. Okay, so this is the syllabus. Yeah, you can pause the video and have a look. So this way, if you prepare, actually you have a lot of time. Your exam is on 29th May. So this way, if you prepare, actually you can score 35 plus marks easily in English. If you need guidance, you have two options. iXambi offers you two options for its online courses. First is if you enroll for its ECGC comprehensive course. Actually, right now you can get flat 40% off also. These are the offerings. And the second offer is just amazing. This course is covered under Ultimate BeeBanker also. So if you enroll yourself for Ultimate BeeBanker, actually here you will get 100% selection or full refund. So here we guarantee you that you are going to be selected, and if you don't get selected, you will get the full refund of fees. So this is amazing. So you have two ways. These two options are there for you, and you can choose any one of them. So subject covered in Ultimate BeeBanker. So if I would suggest that if you are preparing only for ECGC, then go for the first option. But if you are preparing for other exams also, you should opt for Ultimate BeeBanker because it is going to give you access to the course for next 2 years, and also it is going to cover all the exams. So suppose as you can see that in ECGC, Prezi writing is also there. Okay, So suppose in other exam, if letter writing is there, so you will get access to all these things. So these, besides these four subjects, you will get computer awareness, Hindi language, descriptive English, and interview preparation also if you enroll for Ultimate BeeBanker. So these are the features. Also in Ultimate BeeBanker, you will get one-on-one sessions with faculty. So 12 one-on-one sessions with your desired faculty. So these are the faculty. You can see Shikha Malhotra. She was in SBI. She joined SBI as probationary officer. I am Arunima. I joined Indian Overseas Bank as a probationary officer, and then I was in SIDBI. Dr. Sanjeev Sharma, he's ex-CGM RBI. He's an English expert. Then Karan Sardana, 13 plus years experience. Then Anshul Malik, he has also cleared bank PO exams and SSC exams, and he's an reasoning expert. Satakshi Nathani, she has also cleared SBI PO. Mr. Amit Padhi, he is general awareness expert, and Manali Mukherjee, she has experience of 7+ years in English. So these are the faculties you will get. You can see the success stories. So on our YouTube sessions, you can see the latest interview with Mr. Panjwani. So for the Ultimate BeeBanker, which I told you, our first batch is going to start on 28th March. 28th March. So I hope this video helps. If you have any other query, you can call at this number or you can write to us at hello@ixamBee. So thank you friends. Thanks for watching.